Hey there, good people. Good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. It's approaching towards 11 a.m. here, sorry, 11 p.m. here, and very soon it will be midnight. So I am doing just one video tonight. A list very close to my heart. This note is citrus-based fragrances, and I do this often quite a lot because citrus kind of fragrances are suitable for us, our weather conditions. Hopefully, you're doing good and you'll enjoy this episode and try out these fragrances. I have quite a few fragrances. Apart from the 15 that I have three honorable mentions. And I'll let you know what they are and why they are honorable, because the three honorable mentions are also great. And one last thing before I start is that citrus based fragrances are kind of like lighter compared to sweeter fragrances. Always remember that heavy, dark, leathery, incense, oud, those are different. Citrus are different. If someone tells you, ask me like, hey, Joy, why doesn't my, you know, citrus based perfume doesn't last 10 hours? That's not going to be happening, like unless you have a magic potion. One more thing is that everything cannot be displayed in one video. So I have picked up 15. There are plenty more citrus in my collection. I can do this list at least 10 times, I'll still have choices. So let's go with the honorable mentions. First honorable mention is Mancera Lemon Lime. I still have this fragrance from back in the days. I think the new ones, I don't know if they have magnetic or they have these screw caps, but I bought this thing long time back. This is my very first Mancera. Back in 2017, I think I started my journey with Mancera with this. And I think Eric, who was the centrifugal force channel, he made me look into this house and I fell in love. I think I have the highest number of Mancera reviews, if I'm not mistaken, on YouTube. So lemon line is very simple, a little bit bitter lemony, and then green, maybe there's a vetiver note or something. So it's a green lemon, kind of like a bitter scent. It has excellent push, like if you ask me about 7, 8, 10 hours, this thing used to last 10 to 12 hours. But this is an honorable mention today and I'll show you its replacement. Number two, I'm going to show you another discontinued fragrance. Discontinued fragrance, that one is still available. This is called Low Medial Cologne. Some of you be like, this should be in the list. I agree. But I do prefer the other one, which I have also in the list as number 5. That one and this one are kind of close, not the same scent, but this, I really love the smell of this. Trust me, this is one of my most favorite fragrances, but very hard to find, and 150 bucks is not worth the money. Last but not least, this fragrance I heard is discontinued but still can be had. Pretty expensive. This is one of my most favorite Chanel fragrances like ever. But I do prefer one more, which is in the list, number 4, which I'll show you. This is called Edition Blanche, which is the number 3 honorable mention. This is a very old bottle of mine. If you see the state of the cap, you'll see it became all rubbery and gluey and it's melting. But I never found another mouth-watering lemon cream pie scent like Allure Edition Blanche. Mine is the EDP. I haven't tried the EDT, but this is a short-lived fragrance on me. Very expensive. Back in the time when I bought it, it was still $85 or so in Malaysia. So these three are top-notch fragrances. Even if you want to like buy them, you can. Definitely you can. So there you go. 3 honorable mentions. Let's hit the main list. All right, guys, let's start the real list and 15 fabulous fragrances. I have handpicked them. I look for them in 6, 7 different boxes, and I had to take out a lot of stuff to bring them out. I was like trying to remember, where is this bottle, where is that bottle? So some of them you will not see in the list. Please be mindful. Those are also great if you really like them. But hold on. Yeah, so remember, these 15 are really great, and there are plenty more out there. First fragrance I'm going to start with is this fragrance, discontinued but still can be had for 65 bucks or less. John Varvatos Artisan Pure. This thing, it's people compared to Neroli Portofino Aqua by Tom Ford. I did review both, and I definitely will say that Tom Ford is overpriced for what it is. Tom Ford's one lasts a little bit longer than this, but however long this one lasts, it smells really, really good, fresh, clean, and very different. If there are certain fragrances which are not a pinpoint clone of anything, a good fragrance on their own, nice bottle, John Varvatos definitely made it here. A very nice fragrance, definitely worthy of your collection. Okay, John Varvatos Artisan Pure. Start with that one. Number 14, it's perhaps one of my most favorite affordable fragrances like of all time. Like, this is really cheap. I think this is the cheapest in the list today. It's a very simple fragrance called Elizabeth Arden Green Tea. If you never tried this fragrance, I highly suggest you do. Okay, there's a fragrance called Oolong Cha by Nishane. That one and this one are very much like cousin, okay, like sisters or something. Why I say that? Both of these have this beautiful citrusy green tea property. Maybe the oolong chai is a little bit like a Chinese tea or something, but that one has a little bit of a lychee. This one, it's a kind of a citrus, very tart citrus lemon. Of course, all these fragrances have other notes as well, but this one has citrus and the green tea, and I think a little bit of a musk. And the fragrance also has maybe like a cucumber, not cucumber. Something is in there that is like very soothing. It's a very simple scent and affordable. Nowadays, I mean, price have gone up like $5 more, but still worth the money. This one can be used by both gents and ladies. I love it so much. Green tea by Elizabeth Arden. I think Francis Kirkshon or one of the big perfumers did that fragrance. Okay, so keep that in mind. Next one is a discontinued gem. I might let it go soon because I have too many fragrances. They are there I don't wear, but this is such a classy fragrance. Okay, it is something similar to one of the Creed fragrances. Let me remember the name. Yeah, sorry about that. Sometimes I forget the names. Okay, the fragrance that I was talking about was Creed's Neroli Sauvage. That fragrance, not many people know nowadays, but it's such a great citrus fragrance with a lot of Neroli. Very classy fragrance, but does not last. I found this fragrance in my journey. It's called Monsieur by Balmain, and now it's very hard to find. People will not find it. It has that sort of like also Chanel's Edition Blanche sort of a creaminess, but not as creamy as the Chanel, but still pretty classy. It has this orange peel, citrus, all sort of mouth-watering citrus. Very underrated gem. This is something people do not know. People should definitely try and collect, if you can. One of the best fragrances ever for citrus category. Next one is also uncommon a little bit, not many people mention. I think this is perhaps a women's line or unisex. I don't really care. I love this so much. This is Happy Chopard by Chopard. Okay, and this is the lemon Dulci, I think, or Dulci. I don't know how do you say that. Dulci, Dulci. This is this is the best from the line. I tried the rest of the line. They were nice, but too feminine for me. This definitely has florals on dry down, but the opening of the creaminess, so good. It's something similar to this, but this is more charming, more playful, and more casual. That one is a bit more formal. So performance is also great with this beautiful fragrance. I mean, if you see someone give it a try, you can see from the color of the bottle. This is a great fragrance. Okay, Happy Chopard Lemon Dulce. I think I'm saying that wrong. If I am wrong, please correct me. Next one. This is one of those like, I love this fragrance so much. I just absolutely hate the performance of it. I usually show the clones of this fragrance, but today I'm going to show the original. It's not as high up in the order like some of the other fragrances, but I still love it. Okay, this is Dior Homme cologne, the old Dior Homme cologne. Good old stuff. Okay, the cloudy lemonade, it's like a, like, how to say, is it Kool-Aid? No, not Kool-Aid. Like, people make lemonade, in the summer, hot days of summer. You get a little bit of white florals in the dry down, and very simple lemon, white florals, and maybe a little bit of woodiness. Some people get excellent longevity. For me, I never got that. This one, Dior Sport, are very like fleeting, like fleeting. Yeah, it's like it leaves the skin very quickly. But as long as it lasts, one of the most beautiful, almost you want to drink it, that kind of good fragrance, Dior Homme cologne. Very high class, but bit overpriced for what it is. Now, time for top 10. And I'll tell you, some of my top 10s are going to be biased because these are my choices, okay? And you can do whatever you like with them. I mean, you can let me know your opinion, but I'll go number 10, Eau De Rochas or Rojas or Rocas. Many people say different ways. British say some way. Americans say different ways. This is top-notch stuff. I keep saying it. It pops up in many of my videos. 200 ml, beautiful bottle. This will remind me of another fragrance I have, like in couple of next entries is there. It reminds me of those fragrances, but such a nice lemon opening, and it has a little bit of a greenness. Yeah, it will not also last very long. It's a EDC style, but I enjoy the 2 hours of it. It's just so good for warmer days. Definitely check it out. Eau De Rochas or Eau De Rochas, okay, or Rochas. Beautiful masculine fragrance, a classy one. Let's show you the most popular type of fragrance today. This is Neroli Bliss. If you ever loved 4711 cologne, if you liked Tom Ford Neroli Portofino, but you even liked the Al Haramain one, Neroli Canvas, but those are way overpriced, right? Like, so expensive. This one was the ultimate, like, enjoyment. Ferrari Bright Neroli. No matter what people say, I will never care and never put it down. This is my king. This is a top-notch fragrance. So beautiful. I remember first time I got this, like, I took a trip for 1.5 hours to get this bottle. I was so excited. I sprayed it. I came back on the way. It was warm. I was sweating, but I was enjoying the smell. Even the taxi that I took, the cab, the guy was like, "What are you wearing? It's so nice. It's like such a beautiful perfume." So you get that citrus, neroli, like neroli portofino, like that, but more beautiful, more body. Definitely lasts longer than the Tom Ford Neroli Portofino. Alternative is Ferrari Bright Neroli. Great fragrance, very hard to find nowadays. The next one is something similar to that Eau De Rochas, but I like this more. This is again my choice. They are pretty much the same sort of performance, 2 hours maximum three. A light cologne style perfume, but so good. Eau Sauvage by Dior. Okay, this is perhaps my number one Dior fragrance. After Dior Intense is like way ahead of everything, so there's no competition. But rest of the, if I rank them, this perhaps is my most favorite. This is, I know from Mark that this is number one perfume in France that men still love. Back in the days, the big bottles, the splash bottles, they were stronger, more oil in there maybe, but still I'm happy this is still here, and the more modern formulations will feature the magnetic cap, which is nice. And I really love the watery pattern. First time I saw this bottle, I fell in love with it. From the whole line, my most favorite, Dior's Eau Sauvage, one of the most beautiful lemon tree smell. Okay, next one. It was tough for me to pick the next one over this one, Eau Sauvage, but I think Armani deserves it. Okay, Armani Opurum, classy gentleman. If you see the bottle, vintage style bottle, if you can find the vintage of this stuff, it will be black here, this instead of the silver, it will be like this color. That would be a vintage version. I did not find like more than 1 hour difference for performance, but like what a fragrance. Yeah, Eau Sauvage, I imagine James Bond. This is also kind of like James Bond, but more mature. This one has a little bit more going on the dry down. Definitely check it out, Armani Opurum. It's a classy time. This, and Rochas, these three are like the classy gentleman fragrances. Okay, so number 6, and we hit top 5. Number 6 is this one, Rosendo Mateu, Bergamote, Tea Leaf, Sandaolwood is the number 1. That's the number 1. Like his lineup, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, many, right? This is my personal favorite. See the 2 notes, Bergamote and Tea Leaf. I enjoy them most. Really, really, I enjoy those 2 notes really. It is kind of like a borderline unisex perfume. It's not the most masculine one, but I don't care. Such a charming fragrance for summers. Like you can wear it in the evening, light breeze, beautiful. You can wear this at your workplace. It will keep you like relaxed, like take you to a zen place, like what Nishane Oolongcha does. So you can say Elizabeth Arden and this are in the same family, but this is more thick or more bodied, more sweetness compared to the Elizabeth Arden. Okay, let's see top 5. And top 5 are going to be obviously the best, my favorites. Yes, definitely they are. The next one is number 5 that actually replaced the Guerlain for me. You can get either one or you can get both. They're not the same. But this is a bit more affordable, like much affordable than the Guerlain. This is Givenchy Gentleman Cologne. You have seen me all days how much I raved about it, like truly loved it so much, like Terre d'Hermès, Haute Refresh, this one. They are just pure bliss in summer, okay? Such a masculine, gentlemanly, yet soft, elegant, like iris. Then there's like carrot note. There is this citruses, beautiful. And I think there is one more note that I always forget. What is that note? I think bergamot, yeah. That is that citrus. This is such a like a warm day. Imagine a very hot day. You are working in the AC room, but you come out sometimes and you go out for lunch or something. It's sunny out there, and you came back to the AC like cooling down. It feels like that, cool you down. Givenchy Gentleman Cologne is a must-have for your collection. And when I say must-have, that's just my opinion. You don't have to follow what I say. Yes, number 4. This always is my number 1 citrus fragrance like of all time. But sometimes I do rotate, okay? And I did rotate my top 3 today. You will see them change. But this is one of my most reached summer fragrance of all time that I am not showing edition Blanche for, okay? I'm showing you Allure Sport Cologne, okay? This kind of fragrances, you spray first time, you have a small sample, you'll be very disappointed. I'll tell you, because it feels like it's very weak. And to pay 100, 150 bucks for this stuff, you'll feel like fresh fragrance, I don't want to spend so much. I felt the same way when I smelled it for the first time. I'm like, hey, it's good, but just 1 hour. But I decided to buy this one day. I should have bought 150 ml, by the way. The day I saw this in high heat, how much this performs, it brings out the best of it when it's high heat. Higher the heat, higher the humidity, this fragrance acts like a beast, okay? So it perhaps will not beat like maybe some of the next ones, but definitely one of the best performers today and one of the classiest scents. Allure Sport Cologne. Number three, it's my recent joy that I found out again, and I was always in love with this Versace Versense. Yes, today you'll not see any Versace Purom, Versace Menu Fresh. What if I tell you this is better than both of those combined? You understand? That's how much I love this. Okay, Versace Purum definitely is a more masculine scent. This is marketed towards women, but I love it. Nice florals, citruses, musk, beautiful combination, and the best part is this can beat any of the previous fragrances. Yeah, any of the previous ones, like really like this 8 to 10 hours longevity. So that's why it's so high up in the list. I just absolutely love it. So number two, if you ever love Mugler cologne, I love that stuff. Okay, Mugler cologne is hands down the best ever. But the big daddy of Mugler cologne always I felt was this one, Creed's original Vetiver. So Creed does have Aventus cologne. I have those, and I do have Virgin Water, my number one Creed sometimes. But original Vetiver, when I reach for it sometimes in the morning, what happens is this old style bottle by the 120 ml, it's just in a different level. Mugler cologne is very good. The spring, Irish spring soap, okay, that kind of smell. But what Mugler cologne lacks is depth. It is like a very two note based fragrance. This one, it is also based on the creamy Neroli, but also got the vetiver in the end, which is also very enjoyable. Remains sweet. It's just one of the best. I mean, if I can tell you, I love this more than Aventus. Okay, Aventus is like a common smell. This is a rich man's scent who is in control of his life. Original Vetiver number two. So what's my number one? Is my scent of the night. Some of you are wondering what it is. It's Greenley. Greenley by Parfum de Marly PDM. Okay, you see the list and then you have an idea now. The pattern. All tart citruses, mouth-watering, easy to wear in hot summer's day. Yeah, this one also have additional green apple. Okay, green apple, citrus. Imagine Dolce & Gabbana, light blue for women, Menu Fresh, and then added green apple note with beautiful performance. This one you go nose blind to. I get like on my clothes, I get 10 hours plus, okay, on summer's day. So Greenley is like number one. Why? Because that's how I felt today. Okay, so do let me know what are your favorites. I did 15 fragrances, so the video is a bit long, but I knew it's gonna be long. That's why I'm doing just one video. And once again, the voice, pray for me that I can deliver soon better voice, because I am taking antibiotics, so I can get rid of this cold for good. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.